Okay, there we go. I think it. I think it's working. Yeah, should be good. Okay, yeah. There we go. Yeah, make way less mistakes on the audio just not working compared to before. Like I double, triple check it. It's like nowadays, at least that part I've been working on to make sure it doesn't get messed up. You know, every once in a while, like, okay, recently I read this one manga that's about like FX trading, stock trading, which is like foreign exchange stock trading. Their art is very cutesy. Someone's like, "Oh yeah, this is very depressing." I'm like, "What is it?" So I took a look. It is depressing, and so like just looking at that, I'm like, man, I'm just not knowledgeable enough about stock trading enough to be able to like ever really like do the high stakes kind of. I won't say high stakes, but the ones a little bit more the volatile markets. Like I'm not able to mess with any of that. I don't know why the other members aren't fully realized over there. Okay, yeah, because they were kind of see-through. But yeah, looking at that stock trading, it's almost like I would say it's almost like gambling. Kind of like what gotcha is, right? Gotcha is essentially just gambling as well. I lose my mind in gotcha sometimes to the point where I'm like, okay, I definitely can't do stock trading. If I did any stock trading, I know I'll get like looking at the number go down and continue to go down, even though you invested money into that company. Oof. I know some people are like, oh yeah, people who do like day trading, all that they're so smart. I'm like, some of the people I see, like, because they only want to show you the people that are succeeding in it. They don't show you like the general type of people and how many of them, how it doesn't go well for them. It's almost like when they do, okay, like when they do like lotteries and stuff, like you find out like, hey, why this one rich dude, why did he win the lottery multiple times? And at that point, it makes me not believe in like lotteries and stuff. Like, oh, why don't you do it? I'm like, nah. And then it makes you really understand why people want to hide their face when they win the lottery. Like, there's so many cases of people who win the lottery, not just in America, but in other all over the world. They win the lottery and their life ends up worse. The only ones that really don't end up that worse. First of all, they didn't win that much, or like they just hid their identity the whole time, so no one knew who won it. I mean, the smart way, but if you won a considerable amount of money, I would say just leave the country that you're living in. If you probably leave the country you're living in, then it'll probably be a little bit less psychotic. Yeah, because if you were like you won $1 million in America and you go to like, for example, Japan, people in Japan not gonna know who you are. And I mean, it would be great if you could speak the language, but if you just live over there, you'd be like, I'm just a dude over here. Why everyone that? No, I don't trust lotteries enough. I don't do that. I was like, I have other. I'd rather waste my money on other things. I mean, it was almost to the point where even when I do the like different gotcha games, I know I generally don't even pull almost anything in the first like year. So I'll have enough saved up. So whatever character that I like or some kind of like, no, oh, if you don't have like, for example, in Fate, there's like a few characters that if you don't have them, it's hard to like play, right? It's like essentially you have four support characters. If you have those four, you could pick whoever the hell you want and you'll probably be fine. Technically 3. And out of those 3, 1 is the most important, which is Castoria. Because playing blue is just so much easier. But if you play like have Castoria, or just a Scotty, a Quan Sky of Light, and Oberon, you're generally good. But at least that game, like even the characters that they've been out for like a pretty long time and they're still good. There's other games where like, yeah, it cycles through a little too fast. Like one of my favorite games is War of the Visions. And at one point there's like War of the Vision 2.0 because the characters were so power crept that if you just got the new batch of characters, they have no really synergy with each other besides just being strong. So like if you just got these 3 characters, no synergies together, you put them in a group, they just manhandled people. The good old days of was it PvP and oh yeah, that's the dangers of like PvP being introduced into a gacha game because people are just like, pay to win. Of course. So yeah, that's the downside of that kind of game. Did I like the game? Yes, I liked it quite a bit. So I played it until the day it EOS'd. And I could tell like was it my other I'm still in contact with the other guild members that I met through there. And they're just pretty much we're all like everyone's playing different games and whatnot. But we're all just kind of like waiting for that next game that if they ever make a game like that with a guild system, kind of a little bit of a PvP, like tactical like, which is like what was it? What do they call it? What do I call it? A niche market? It's kind of a niche market. But yeah, I'm waiting for that. If they ever make a game like that, I'll just make it all online multiplayer kind of game. Okay, get that thing to jump over here. Okay, never mind. Let's do this. But yeah, I do like that game. But yeah, going back to the whole gacha aspect. I didn't do it for that one in particular. I mean, technically I did because we had at one point we had like a year kind of, was it a year? Pretty much the game came out in Japan first, so like we had like some foresight. And by doing that, you were able to essentially like kind of game the system where like, okay, because I know what's going to be coming out, I'll only pull on the good stuff. And later on, they tried to do global, so then you can't do that. Which I think a lot of games try to do when they have like the original one that comes out because they don't know how big the market is. And their global one is like a year later on. Of course, the people are going to like, look at what kind of, what's the tier, not say just a tier list, but kind of like the longevity of the characters. So by doing that, you won't pull like a trash character. Because especially if you're free to play, right, you have to be like really like, discerning with your choices that you make. You can't just like make choices willy-nilly. Only Wells could do that. And since I do not, I'm like, hey, I just make do what I can. Before I used to probably did, but like every once in a while, like if it's like a discount pack or something like that, I would get that back in War of the Visions. I think even in FGL, I just did like the GSSR banners and stuff. And honestly, is because like I would used to spend before but after some back before there was even a pity system, I went through some rough times where like I rolled, got nothing. So because of those kind of things, especially waiver, back when like waiver was like he was like one of the meta people, I rode quite a bit on him, did not, and then at one point I almost gave up. I was almost gonna say like, you know what, I'm gonna stop playing this game. But I did just log in every day. And because of that, I log in every day and everyone started doing like, if it's like a event quest that I thought was like, you know, like, ooh, I want to know what's happening in this event quest. I was able to save up enough where like now I don't even have to, like, it's not like, since there is a pity now, all I do is just like, okay, yeah, I will get this character. So it's like, I'm not even playing a gacha anymore. It's like, okay, so how much can I save the game? Man, it's almost like when people play Genshin, they have the premium currency, the whatever. I mean, almost like this game too. I don't use almost any of it. It's like, I don't know. Why when like was it like if something like a class comes out that really like no it catches my fancy, it's probably when I'll actually like no if I'll spend or something. But if not, then I'm just like yeah, free to play is fine. Yeah, because rolling on something and not getting it, oof, that just irritates me a lot more. Uh, you know, technically, I should have just went to the other place and made the other thing. I messed up. All messed up. I should have went here first, did the life skill, then did the elite missions or the elite killing. And that's only if we'll see if the game crashes on us when we do the story. If I feel have a feeling though, because even other people are saying even like the other games, like when they do a lot of patches and it starts getting patchy. Get it? Crickets. Oh yeah, I should have went up the other way. Shoot. Let's go up here first. Yeah, then I'll do that. Yeah, that's why I can't do any kind of stock trading. I've actually met people who did stock trading and they're like, they'll try to get me into it and be like, oh yeah, this is how good I'm doing and all that. And then one day they get like really quiet. I'm like, hey, what happened, man? They're like, and they taught me how much money they lost. I'm like, you went from one day having like a lot, and then the next day is like negative, like twice as much negative of what they had. I'm like, oh hell no. Yeah, I can't play around with that. I guess it's like if you're doing the stock trading and you only put in $100 and that $100 becomes like 1,000 and all this kind of stuff and whatever. But even then, right? I think they should have a thing where like you can't lose more than you put in. Because I know that's what probably gets everyone. They put in so much money because they think they will make more, but then they end up losing like 3 or 4 times more than they actually put in. So they're down too much. Like if you just lost exactly what you put in, like you're messing around with like 10 grand or something, and you lose like 10 grand, then you're just plus or minus 0. But if you lose like 30 grand and you're in the red now, that's when I think people like fucking go crazy. I just don't know how any of the like what the guardrails and stock trading is, but I just seen too many horror stories where people just do that, so that's why I could never do it. remember just losing my mind, like even just doing like was it online multiplayer games where like we're doing like a big like online match and like it's like a battle royale like shooter game or whatever, and then like at the very like last second I get like taken out and I lose my mind on that. So I'm like, dude, I cannot. Or a good example, like anyone who plays like Marathon, I guess I'll shut them out a little bit. They're gonna need all the help they could get. Or Arc. Yeah, anyone if you could play Arc, you have like all this good gear, and then some just dude, just random guy with a really shitty gear just takes you out. So all that work you put in to get all that good gear means nothing. Guys are better than me. I know I can't do that. I would be pissed. The worst one is like, was it? I think Marathon, because you had to do like there's this one hard map where you have to have like a high item level to even get into it. And then if you do like there's like almost like a raid boss in there. So you could either do the raid boss or kill the people who kill the raid boss and take their stuff. I was like, man, if I was doing the raid boss and then someone at the very end just kills me and takes the weapon that I finally got from doing the raid boss, I'll lose my mind. So I was like, yeah, those kind of games are not for me. Like, I mean, me and the crew, we used to play. I think Waffles was still part of it. We used to play Division. No, Division 2. Yeah, definitely it was like Division 2. I think it was kind of early on, and I remember like we were being very nice. We went to like the dark zone or something. I forgot the name of it, where there is like kind of like arc style PvP. So we went in like four deep, I guess. We had the max amount of people for like a group. So we went there and we were just like, we're being chill. We're like, hey, we're not gonna attack it. We're just doing like getting other fighting NPCs and whatnot. Then eventually we met this other group and we're like, oh, we cool, we cool, we cool. Everyone's like, oh yeah, okay, we're cool. So everyone was cool, right? But then like a third group came in, and that third group, right, was like kind of like one. They were like, oh, okay, we cool, we cool, and they didn't really say much. So everyone was like, oh, they're a problem, right? And we didn't know what was going to go on. So we're like, okay, everyone kind of started trying to back off. But I forgot, I'm not sure who, someone got jumping, too much anxiety, I guess, and they, no, started shooting. And then everyone started blasting. I just remember that, and I know like quite a few of us died. I'm not sure if I died. But either way, like I know like like a few of us died. We got out and we're like after that we like, okay, we see anyone moving near us, right? We'll be kind. We'll give them the whole like, hey, back off. And if they don't, and they do anything besides backing off, we're blasting them. And that's what we did from then on. Be like, hey man, back off. Like there's some people that were trying to like what was it? Camp like right when you get into the zone. You were trying to camp that. Oh no. So of course what we did was just like, because the close to the camp base, it has like a like automatic turret that like shoots anyone that's like being aggressive, I guess. Oh, okay. No, here. So yeah, we at one point I remember we're getting torn up. We ran back over there for the other enemies to get shot. Then we chased them away before they could really heal, and then we took them out. Yeah, there was, yeah, like that game. It just makes you not trust people. Same thing with stock exchange. Anyone who could just do that, like, and or people who give you advice. Oh yeah, this if you do this right, it's gonna be going down. Unless you have like insider, if you're doing insider trading, and even then you can't really trust them. They might try to like throw you under the bus too. So yeah, I mean, of course I don't deal with anything stock related. So, but yeah, I just heard too much stuff about that. And I'm like, I think dealing with like the stocks were like the ones that they barely like fluctuate in the price and all that. But even now, right now, where everything's so volatile, I wouldn't even trust that. Oh god, I could already tell how laggy it is. Oh lord. Okay, maybe once I know that eventually it's gonna like be okay, but oh, you might have to skip all of this story because it is laggy, so laggy. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, no, this is what we just did yesterday. I remember we were at this part.
何かご入り用で。ラルパルに海より。
Okay, never mind.
本物の海よりですか？ちょっと待ってください。確認ですが、今の季節の高原にしおれていない海よりの成果が現れたってことですよね。いやー、それはすごい。高値がつきますよ。こうしましょう。誰が置いたのか調べてもらえませんか？全部私が買い取ります。あなた方にも損はさせませんよ。
残念だけど、それはダメ。
まあ予想はついていましたが、こちらも行ってみただけなので。近頃商売上がったりで金になりそうなものを聞くとついつい。ご覧の通り、この高原で栽培できるものはもともと多くありません。わずかな収穫を苦労して運んでも町の人間の口には合わないらしい。大した値はつかないし、とはいえ売らないとダメになるし。
この高原で作物を栽培すること自体すごいことなのよ。
ですよね。お年寄りの話では昔この高原には食べられそうなものは何一つ生えていなかったそうです。おっしゃる通りです。たとえ多少味が悪くても食べられないよりはマシですね。
I still don't get why they put effort into like these random story parts that's fully voiced and not like the other important parts.
おや、ベルリットが戻ってきて座っとるのかと思ったわい。まあ年で目も悪くなっての。気にせんでくれ。海ゆり子。もちろん知っておる。アステルリーズの花だの。それはこんな高原には生えん。土も風も季節も合わんからの。どれだけまめに世話をしても長くは持たん。つまりその花束が木の下に置かれていたのは何か特別な意味があってのことだろう。
特別な意味？
誰が何のために置いたのか知らんが、きっとラルパルに詳しい人だろうよ。ラルパルで木の下に花を置くのは記念の意味があっての。よそ者だとは思えん。誰かが何かを忘れないようにそうしたのか。
きっと何か優しい理由があったのでしょうね。
優しさか。わしらのように年を取ると誰かに忘れずにいてもらえるだけで素晴らしいことだと思えるようになるの。
あれ、君たちも一休みしに来たのかい？
Okay, did not expect his voice to be that high.
ここは本当にいいところだよね。景色は美しいし、人も親切だし、海より。いや、それは全然知らないな。僕が来た時はもうそこにあったよ。でもまあ、推測だけど、巡礼者が置いていったんじゃないかな。この村は神がかりの見柱に行くには必ず通らないといけない場所で、みんな敬意を払っているから。宿を借りられて、補給ができて、安心して休めるんだから。だから訪れる時は、感謝の気持ちによそから贈り物を持ってくる人が多いんだ。
つまりこの花束もそのうちの一つかもしれないってこと？
そう。この村が大好きだとか、 ここでいい思い出を作った人がいるのかも。次にまたここを通ることがあったら僕も何か持ってこようかな。
Oh. What? Oh no, not that. Okay. We'll skip all that.
Daitai 話は聞けたわね。一緒に手がかりを整理してみる？今までに聞いている話で、実はもうはっきりしているのよね。海よりは村の誰かが置いたものだと村のお年寄りは考えている。ただ具体的に誰なのかは誰にもわからない。巡礼者はよそから来た人がラルパルに感謝を示した贈り物だと考えている。どちらの説も筋が通っているわ。この村の誰かか旅人の善意か。さてあなたはどちらが花束を置いたと思う？なるほど、そう考えているのね。木の下に花というのはもともとこの村の風習でしょ。よそから来た人ならその意味も知らないかもしれない。だから私は巡礼者じゃなくて村の人がやったことだと思うけど、さっきの話を思い出したらある仮説にたどり着いたの。巡礼者の話だとラルパルに来る人は感謝の印に何かを持ってくるのよね。あと商人も昔はここで作物が育たなかったと言っていた。でも今は豊かではないけれど少なくともこの土地で生きていけるだけの作物は取れる。そしてその作物は高原が原産ではない。つまり外部からの巡礼者が種を持ち込んだと考えられるわ。無名のでも村の運命を変えたかもしれない人。あの海ゆりは特定の誰かではなく過去の巡礼者への感謝じゃないかしら。まあ真相ではないけど悪くない仮説だと思うわ。マーニーには少し難しいお話かもしれないけど、少なくとも現状で彼女に伝えられる説の一つではあると思う。彼女の疑問が少しでも晴れるなら嬉しいわ。さあマーニーに会いに行きましょう。冒険者さんおかえり。ってアルーナ様まで？いやねえねえどうだった？ずっと考えてたの。すっごい秘密だったらどうし…マーニー、昔々ラルパルにとある巡礼者が訪れました。痩せた土地を見た巡礼者はいくつかの作物の種を残していきました。その種からこの地で初めての作物が実りました。村人はとても感謝しました。しかし巡礼者は名乗らずに去っていたのです。村人はこの地に恵みをもたらしてくれた名も知らぬ巡礼者を記念して毎年誰ともなくこっそりと海ゆりをお供えして感謝しましたっていう。素敵。とてもロマンチックね。でもちょっと寂しいかも。その巡礼者さんの名前すらわからないなんて。村の作物は元からここにあったわけじゃないってお母さんからも聞いたような気がする。本当かわからないけど村の昔に関係する素敵なお話ね。冒険者さん、アルーナ様、どうもありがとう。一段落かな。マーニーの疑問を少しでも晴らせたなら嬉しいけど、いっぱい考えたから私の頭がキャベツになりそう。さあ気分転換に散歩しましょう。
Okay, I'm glad it didn't crash.
実はまだ気になってて、もし仮説が真実だとした場合、あなたはあの記念の海百合に意味があると思う？顔も名前すらもわからない。今となっては実在したかもわからない。それでも記念に海百合をお供えすることって何か意味があるのかしら？なるほどね。いつの日かアステリア平原の小麦畑やバハマール高原を渡る風を思い出した時、隣になんでもない。
Oh no. This is because I opened the map in this area. Shoot. Okay, good. We need to run away. Man, that was good timing, though. It's like right at the end mark is when we were able to actually finish that little mini quest. Not sure why it was voiced, though. It was a fully voiced one. Like, dude, save your voice acting talent for like the main story. You need to, pump up the main story to make that more exciting and engaging. I hope they're putting all that by to like the 1-year anniversary since it's coming up soon-ish. We're in the 290-day mark for, or was it 92 or 93-day mark for the game since it's been out. So yeah, we're getting there. And with that, everyone, we successfully made it through that cutscene without crashing the game. So with that, everyone, don't forget to like and subscribe. And we'll see you tomorrow. You guys take care. Peace.